Okay. Are you there? Saya punya komputer ni, saya tak tahu. Laptop saya from this morning, they give me lah, my laptop. Give automatic restart. Suddenly restart. So I just have to restart. So that's why I was disconnected. You know, it started this morning. And today repeat again. So I don't know what's the problem. I hope, nothing serious. Okay. Are you done? All right. Now we come back to the problem. You will see the, okay, where are we? All right. You get the second partial. The second partial would be taking the second derivative of the profit function. So where is the thing? So let me go back to the. All right, you have the partial derivative of px py equal to those things. So now what you do, okay, for the second part, you find the d. Okay, so what is d? D is equal to, I have to write that again because, of the restarting, that page is lost. So the D is equal to Pxx, Pyy minus Pxy squared. So what you need, I need Pxx. Now Pxx is equal to what? Pxx, the derivative of the Px with respect to x, that will be -2. Is that right? And then Pyy, that is the derivative of Py with respect to y, you also get -2. Okay? And then Pxy. Pxy, what do we get? We get -1. Is that right? Everybody got that? Or anybody has a different partial derivative? Huh? Sama ke tak sama?
Same, sir.
Okay, good. So I just want to make sure, because my page was lost. So what is the D? The D will be equal to -2 times -2 minus -1 squared. So this is a constant. Okay, you take the difference, you got 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. So you evaluate. Okay, we evaluate. Now you got a 3, okay, positive. So you evaluate at the point where you get the solution at x equal to, apa tadi? X equal 20 ke? 30?
20, sir.
20, okay. X 20, y berapa? 30.
30.
Okay, 30. All right. Since everything is a constant, so D is again equal to 3. And that is positive. So you got D positive. That means you can have a maximum or minimum. We need to look at the Pxx, Pyy. So we look at the second partial. Pxx is equal to what? Is equal to -2. And that is less than 0. And then what is Pyy? Is also equal to -2, and that is less than 0. So profit is maximum at 2030. So now you finish up. Okay, you finish it up, you find that profit at that point. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, and then you describe the point. Oh yeah, yes. What is it?
isn't D supposed to be 5?
D equal to 5. Let me see. How come you got 5? I got -2 times -2. That is 4.
And then plus 1?
4, is that right?
Yeah, and then plus 1, right?
And then minus -1 squared. Okay, I think this is
Oh,
the
squared.
this is your mistake. Okay.
Sorry.
-1 squared is equal to 1. Okay. So you don't take this negative and negative become positive. No, because that one is for the value pxy, you need to square that up. Okay. So you got +1. Put it up. So it should be negative. No, I'm sorry. It should be a 3, not a 5.
All right, sir.
Okay. Right. So that is the D. And then you find the profit at that point. You will get the profit. And then what you do is describe that point. Okay, describe it. Okay, okay, I think we have time. So what you do, okay, what you do, you submit now, okay? Are you finished or you are not finished yet?
So I
No,
still confused about the X and Y.
Okay. So I give you 5 more minutes. If you are, if you make a mistake or you are wrong, don't cross, don't cut, okay? Leave it there, make the correction, okay? Either you do the correction below it or you do the correction beside it, doesn't matter. But don't erase, okay? Don't erase. I want to see your work. If you got it wrong, that's fine, okay? Because everybody will get 5 marks. I give everybody 5 marks, okay? It's not whether you are wrong or you're right. It's the matter of doing it and then make the correction. So by doing that, I hope, we'll be able to apply this thing, this kind of test. Okay, are you done or you are not done yet? How much longer do you need? Huh? 5 minutes? 5 minutes, okay. 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
5 minutes, okay, sir.
5 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. Everybody finish? Okay, so you stop now. Okay, just submit whatever you have. It doesn't matter. If you got it wrong, you make the correction. Okay, give 5 marks to you. Put that 5 marks on the top. Okay, top right hand side, and then you submit to the classroom. I already put that as assignment number 2. So don't send anywhere else. Right? Do that assignment number 2. Hello, hello. Okay, kita okay. Dah stop ke belum ni? Huh?
Dah, sir.
Dah stop? Okay. You stop after the class, you send. Okay, don't send now lah, because we need the time. So now we are going to go to the next topic. Now I wanted to cover the last section of 14.4, which is on the Lagrangian multiplier method. But when I look at our timetable, actually we have only 4 more weeks left. After this weekend, you have a break. Okay, you have only 1 class on Monday. After that, you have a break, and then we come back on Wednesday. After that, so from that Wednesday until the end of semester, we have only 3 more weeks. 3 weeks after that, after the break. After we come back after you come back at the break, that will be week 11. But week 11, you have only 1 class because we come back on Wednesday. And after that, you have 3 more weeks. So essentially, we have about 4 weeks, So that is why I don't cover that part, because we need time to cover 2 more topics. So hopefully within the 4 weeks, I can do that. So let us start with the other chapter, which is chapter number 12. That is on the integration. And then we will do the last topic on the matrices. Okay, so that is our plan. So we are on time. I think this semester we go. I think I go slower a little bit. That is good, We go slow so that people at least be able to follow. So we okay. We have 2 more topics within 4 weeks. So now go to chapter number 12. Now chapter 12 is on integration. integration, or the verb is we integrate a function. Okay, integrate a function y equal to f of x. So you integrate. Integrate is the process. It's the verb. Okay. I integrate a function. That is the process. That is the work. Then the function. Okay. The function which you integrate y. That is called integration of the integration of y. So that is a function. Okay, that's a function. Now, what is the idea? The idea of integration is the antiderivative. It's derivative going backward. Okay, antiderivative. Now, in derivative, we know the function. We are given the function. You find the derivative, which is y prime equal to f prime of x. That is the derivative. I know your father. Okay, that is our father. Then you take derivative, that is the child, you. Okay, but now it's the other way around. I know the child, I know you. Okay, I know the y prime equal to f prime of x. Then I need to find the father. Who is he? All right, so you know the y prime, and then what you need to do here, you have to find the function. In other words, I know the derivative, y prime. I want to find the function whose derivative is y prime. Or I want to find the function, if we differentiate, we got y prime. Okay? So that's why they call it antiderivative. You know the derivative, you go backward, you find the function. So in other words, you want to find y, okay, that if you differentiate, that if we differentiate, we got, okay, we got y. We got y prime. Okay, so that is integration, or we call the function integral. Integral. Yeah, it's not integration. Integral. We call it integral of y. Integral. Integral of y. Okay, integral of y is the function. Okay, is the function. You do the process. We call it integrate. Okay. All right. So now let's get the idea in terms of the antiderivative. So let's do an example from something that we know. Now let's say if the y prime is equal to 2. Okay. You know the y prime equal to 2. Or I think I'm going to write another notation. Y prime or the f prime of x equal to 2. You know this. Now, what is the function that if I differentiate, I got 2? So you have to find that. Okay. So if I do that, what is the function? What is the power of the x? Okay, you know when you take you have a constant derivative, you have to have the function which you differentiate. You got 2. That means there'll be x. Now what is the power to the x? Okay, tak apa, entam je. Okay, if the derivative is 2, what is the function that if I differentiate, I got 2. I got 2.
2x, sir.
2x.
2x, betul tak? So that is equal to 2x. If I differentiate 2x, I got 2. Okay, but the rule is the x must be to the power of 1. Is that right? Because 2 is 2 times 1. because there is no x here. So it's actually 1, 2 times 1. And then the x must be to the power of 1 because it's a constant. So therefore, you got 2. In other words, y will be 2x. So similarly, if I have y prime equal to 15, okay? So the x must be power of 1. So therefore, y is 15x. All right. Now, let's say you got y prime is equal to 2x. So now the derivative is x. Okay. So what is the power of the function in terms of x for the derivative to be just x to the power of 1?
2.
The power must be 2. Okay. So the power must be a squared. X squared, because when you take x squared, you bring down the power, you reduce the power by 1. So the power must be 2. And incidentally, you have 2x. So therefore, if I take y prime of x squared, you got 2x. Okay. Macam itulah. I'll give you another example. Suppose y prime is 10x. Okay. So what is the derivative? Not what is the derivative. We know that is the derivative. So what is the function that if I differentiate, I got 10x.
X to the power of 10.
X to the power of 10. Okay. Now, if I have x to the power of 10, x to the power of 10, if I differentiate, what do we get? Do we get 10x?
10x power of 9.
You got y prime equal to 10x to the power of 9, which is wrong. Okay. So what is the power to the x here for the function?
5x squared.
You should have what? X to the power of 2. Because when I take x to the power of 2, the derivative will be x to the power of 1. Okay, of course, you need to bring down the power. The power must be 2. But you need the 10. Okay, so somebody say y equal to 5x squared. So if I have 5x squared, then I take y prime, you bring down the power, 5 times 2, which is 10, and then x. So you got 10x. So that's how you do the derivative. I mean, not derivative. That's the function. Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Okay. One more example. Okay. What about if the y prime is 7x squared? Tunggu sekejap. Tak payah bagi 7 lah. 4x squared. So first, what is the power to the x of the function?
3.
Should be 3, because because by derivative you reduce the power by 1. Okay, so here we want to take you have to find the function, you just increase the power by 1. So the power to the x must be 3. So now you have to make adjustment to the constant, so that by bringing down the constant, which is 3, you multiply by something, you get 4. Okay, so if you have just x cubed, okay, y equal to x cubed to the power of 3, y prime is equal to 3x squared. But the question is, you have y prime equal to 4x squared. So what is the function?
4/3.
So you just do it 4/3. Okay, so the function if you put 4, you need 4, you don't want the 3, okay? So what you do, when you have x cubed, you have a 3, so you don't want that 3, you divide by 3. Now what you want 4, so you multiply by 4, okay? So y is 4 over 3, x to the power of 3. So what you do actually here, you multiply by the constant that you want, okay? And then you divide by the power, okay? For example, I'll give you another one. Let's say y prime equal to 20x squared. So what do you multiply that with in order for you to get 20? Okay, the power must be 3. Okay, the power must be 3. So you take derivative, you get what? I get 3x squared. But I don't want 3x squared. I want 20x squared. So you divide by what? In order to get rid of the 3, you divide by what? But what number? Huh? You divide by what number? You divide by 3. Okay, you divide by 3. Because you got 3x squared. You divide by 3, that 3 over 3 will be finished, will be 1. But you want 20. So you multiply by what on the top? You multiply by 20. Okay? So just like what you do for the 4 over 3, so the function y will be equal to what? Be equal to y equal to 20 over 3 x cubed. So you differentiate that, I got 20x squared. Because the 3 bring down, divide by 3, you got 1, and then I got the 20 there. Okay? So simple rule is this. You multiply by the constant that you want, and then you divide by the power. Okay? By the power of the x that you differentiate. That we differentiate. Okay? So that's how you do that. All right? And of course, there will be formula. Okay, there will be formula to do this. Okay, the rules. So don't worry too much. But here, we just want to get the idea. Okay. Now, what is if the y prime is equal to 0? The y prime equal to 0. What is the function that if I differentiate, I get 0?
Every constant, sir.
Constant. Okay. It can be 5, it can be 20, it can be 100. So it is just a constant. You call it a C. Okay. So if you differentiate a constant, that you get 0. So that is the rule. Okay. All right. So now, given the idea, we can have the notation. And the notation of the integration based on the antiderivative. All right. So you are given y prime equal to f prime of x. I want to find the function y equal to f of x. Okay, so notation is this. We denote the symbol of integration. Macam ni symbol dia. All right, the symbol is like that. You differentiate. This is y prime. You differentiate the y prime. Y prime. Now y prime is a function of x. So you put dx. Or we can use, you integrate f prime of x dx, and that is equal to, okay, y, which is the function here, okay, y. All right, equal to y. But the idea is, when you put y is just like what we were doing. Okay, y is 3x squared, y was squared. Okay. So you have to put in the constant plus the c, or f of x plus the constant. So that's how you make the notation. Now, why you put that c? Okay, why do you put the c? Because y prime of 0 is a constant. All right, so the constant will be there always. We just don't write it. Okay, so for example, I go back to our previous example. Let's say this one. Mana tadi mula-mula tadi kita buat. Okay, y prime equal to 2x. Okay, that 2x is in fact, you don't write it. Okay, because it's a 0. It's in fact 2x plus 0. Okay, so what you got will be what? You want to find the function. That means you have to find the y, which is x squared, that we already have here, plus what? Plus the function that you differentiate, you've got 0, which is a constant. So actually the y here should be plus a c. Okay, if I differentiate x squared, I got 2x. I differentiate the constant, I got 0. Okay, but of course you don't write it. It's just a 0. There is no value. Okay. Okay, another example. I got the 10x. Okay, 10x. 10x is in fact 10 plus 0. 10x plus 0. So if you want to find the function that if I differentiate, I got 10x, we know it already, 5x squared. Okay, but in fact it is a plus 0 there. So plus a c. Okay, because I differentiate a constant, I got 0. Okay. Similarly here, I got 4x squared. The function that I differentiate is 4 over 3x cubed, but it's always plus a 0 there. So therefore, you plus c. So now the rule is what? You always add c to the integral, but 0 ni tak payah, huh? Okay, because it's a 0. Okay, you got it? You got the idea why you put the c there? So that's the notation. Okay, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Or instead of using it as antiderivative, but the idea is still antiderivative. But sometimes you don't have y prime. You have a function y. Okay, let's say you start with y as a function of x. You must find the integral of this function. Integrate. Okay, integrate y. So you have the idea from there. Same thing. So what you do, I integrate y dx, which is equal to the integral of fx dx. Now you just reassign the notation for the integral. Normally we call it a capital F of x plus a c. So there are two ways of writing it. Number one, from the concept, okay, antiderivative. Number two, for any function, when you integrate, you just get a capital F. Okay, so that is the symbol. But don't forget the dx. Okay, the dx is the integral sign symbol. If you do this, okay, what integral of y prime? Okay, that doesn't mean anything. That is wrong. Okay, to complete the notation, we need to have the dx. All right, dx here, dx. Okay, all right. So that is the notation, and we already started that concept of integration. So next class, we will look at the rules, okay, the rules of integration. Actually, it's based on what we were doing just now, okay, related to derivative. But with the rules, it's easier for us to do the process. Okay, any question, anything? All right, good. So if there is nothing, I will see you again on Wednesday. Have a nice iftar. Okay, tonight go for Taraweh, study, okay, prepare for the test. Okay, all right. So don't forget to submit the homework, okay? Submit the homework by 4 o'clock. So if you don't come, anybody who didn't come to the class today, you don't have to submit, okay? If you want to do, you do for your own, but don't submit. It's only for the people who attended class, because this is in class. So I will stop here. I will see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam, sir. Thank you,
Waalaikumsalam,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.